friends, before all my dandelions go to seed, I want to collect just a few more to be able to make some dandelion shortbread cookies. So I'm going to show you how. So before they all go to seed, like the ones in the background there, before they all go to seed, I'm going to want to collect just a few more to be able to make some dandelion shortbread cookies. So you're looking for dandelions that have not gone to seed yet, and the larger the better. That makes your job a little bit easier. You don't have to collect so many if they're large. If they're small, it's just going to take you a little bit longer to get as many petals as you need. So you're going to want to collect about a cup of flowers, and that will give you about a half a cup of petals. So once you get your dandelions, you're going to soak them in some cold water for just a little while, and then you're going to run them through a colander, or just tip it upside down so that the water all comes out and your dandelions stay in. Then you need to separate these from their petals. And I found that the quickest way that I can do that is just by taking them with my fingers, splitting them in half, and then I just use a knife to kind of press down on, there's a little line there that you can see, so I press down right in this area right here so that the petals separate from this base part, and that's the easiest way that I've found. I don't want to press it down so far that I only am left with this green part, because there's tiny petals up here that have some brown and green in them, and those can make your recipes bitter if you leave them on, or if you take them off and include them in your recipe. So I try to leave those attached. So I only press hard enough to separate the base of the petals. That's all I'm going to take for that. So I didn't make it completely green. There's still a bunch of petals that are still left on there. That's why you want the large ones. So let's see if I can give you a closer look. And that's what you want. Okay, once you have all of your petals, you can start making your shortbread cookies. This dough does not need to be refrigerated, so you can go right ahead and start your oven at 325 degrees. Line some cookie sheets with parchment paper, and I'm using a recipe that is Susan Cooks Vegan. It's dandelion shortbread cookies. I will try to remember to link it below, but just in case I don't, that is the recipe I'm using. It's Susan Cooks Vegan, and I am using her measurements. However, I don't use her instructions. I just dump everything in the bowl all at once. And also I'm making a double batch because I'm going to try and separate half of it and freeze it so that we can have this wonderful shortbread dandelion cookies when there's no dandelions available to be able to pick for them. So to begin with, I am going to go ahead and put the butter. I'm going to put the butter in my mixer. You're going to need 1 1/4 cup, and like I said, I doubled it. Oh, can't get it out. There we go. So I'm going to scrape that out and put that in the bowl. Then you're going to use 1 cup of powdered sugar, but again, mine is doubled. Okay, you're supposed to have a half of a teaspoon of vanilla, but I'm just gonna wing it. That looks good. Then a quarter teaspoon of salt. Again, mine is doubled. This is Ozzy. He's not being quiet today. He wants cookies.
Yummies.
All right, then you're gonna add your half a cup of dandelion petals. I have a whole cup here because I'm doubling them. All right, before I add the flour, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a mix, and then I'll add the flour. You could probably substitute this with any spring flower that is edible. You could use dandelions, you could use violets, you could use lilacs. You could probably, even in the summertime, you could probably use roses, and that would be good. Just make sure you're using flowers that haven't been treated with any kind of pesticide or herbicide to get rid of them, so you don't want to eat that. All right, that's pretty good. I'm gonna use my little spatula thing to push everything down, and then I'll add the flour. All right, that's what it looks like before adding the 2.5 cups of flour. Again, I'm gonna add double that, but this is what it'll look like. Yours might look a little bit different just because I'm using a vegan butter spread, so it does not have any milk in it. So 2.5 cups of flour. I'm gonna add probably half at a time, and then get that mixed in, and then add the other half. Yep. There's Ozzy. He wants a warm lap today because it's raining and it's much cooler than it has been. It's only like 66 degrees and it's been near 80 the last almost week. So Ozzy is not very happy with this significant weather change. He should be like a Florida or a Texas or a California kitty. All right, let me get that rest of that flour in there. Okay, here's the finished dough. It is very soft but not sticky, just kind of oily from all the butter. I'm going to split this in half and put half of it in plastic wrap and then put it in a bag and freeze that for later. Okay, here's the portion that's going in the freezer. I just labeled it Dandelion Shortbread Cookie Dough, and then I just made a note that it's made with regular flour and not gluten-free. Okay, I'm going to roll out the rest of that dough with just a little bit of flour. All right, I've got them all rolled out. I'm gonna put these in I'm gonna put these in the oven for about 12 minutes and then let them cool on the pans that they're on for about 10 minutes before I take them off. All right, here's the finished cookies. They look delicious. Yum. You can see the little dandelion petals in there. They look very pretty. You can powder them with sugar. I also last year put some candied violets over top of them. If I can find the picture, I'll put it in here. But all right, friends, that is how you make some dandelion shortbread cookies. Thanks for following along. Bye-bye for now.